This video is about practice for graphing conics. Identify each conic section, change it into standard form by completing square. State the center, vertices, foci, directrix, or asymptote line. Then graph the conic section. According to this flow chart, since we have opposite sign for x square and y square, therefore this is a hyperbola. Now we got to change this hyperbola into standard form. Since we have y square minus x square, so the form will be like this. Y square minus x square equals to 1. First step, put all x together, all y together. Since we have negative sign before x squared, so we put after y squared, we got the 4y squared plus 16y minus 9x squared minus 72x equals 92. Move all constant to the right side. Then we put the 4 outside for this y square and y. We got the y square plus 4y minus 9. Negative 72 divided by 9, that will be positive 8x equals to 92. Then I need to do the completing square. The formula for completing square is add b over 2 square. So we got the 4y square plus 4y plus b over 2 square, that's 2 square. Then minus 9x square plus 8x. b over 2 square will be 4 square equals 92. Since you add b over 2, that's 2 square on the left side, you have to add to the right side. So add. Don't forget this factor. So add 4 times 2 square. Then you add 4 square also. So I need to add 4 square. But the factor before that is negative 9. So I put the negative 9 like this. Then we work this out. You get the 4y plus 2 square minus 9x plus 4 square. Then we work this out. You will get negative 36. Then we divide by negative 36 because we are looking for equals to 1 on the right side. Then reduce. This will be 9, but here it's negative, don't forget. This one, that is 1, and then you get the 4 here. This is a positive now. This will be negative. Let's organize. We put the positive part, this one, to the front. So we got x plus 4 square over 4 minus y plus 2 square over 9 equals to 1. Therefore, the center will be negative 4, negative 2. Before you're working on vertices, foci, and asymptote line, we need to get the A and B. So A equals 2, B equals 3. Arrow. Then your C equals square root A square plus B square. That's square root of 13. Arrow will be follow A like this. Therefore, for the vertices, I have -4, -2. Horizontal, I need to add to the x coordinate. Therefore, we got -2, -2, and then -6, -2. For the foci, I still use this center. Add or subtract square root of 13. So you will get -4 plus or minus square root of 13, then -2. For the asymptote line, slope equals rise over run, that's 3/2. For asymptote line, using that y minus k equals to m x minus h. Therefore, you will get y plus 2 equals plus or minus 3/2 x plus 4. Now we sketch the graph. Get the -4, -2. That will be this point. Then I go right to left to this point. Then from center, I go up 3, down 3. Then you need to draw a box. Then draw the diagonal line. That will be the asymptote line. Since this is a horizontal, because you could say x squared minus y squared, or you could say from this A, that's horizontal. So you will get vertex is here. Then from the vertex, sketch the graph. Foci that plus or minus square root of 13, that means between 3 and 4. That's the foci. That's 8 for number 10. Let's go to number 11. Since for number 11, this is a standard form, you don't have to change it into standard form by completing square. Therefore, we do square root. That is 2. Square root of 9 equals to 3. This is a ellipse. Therefore, bigger one, that's A. The arrow will be vertical. Here's a horizontal. This is H, here's K. Therefore, for center will be 1, -3. Whenever you have square, that will be linear. For vertices, I have 1, -3. Since B is a horizontal, so I add or subtract 2. Then I write down 1, -3 again. I need to add or subtract 3. For ellipse, we have 4 vertices. Therefore, we got 3, -3, -1, -3. Then we get the 1, -6, 1, 0. For foci, that's C equals square root A squared minus B squared. Therefore, we got square root of 5. Follow A, that's why it's a vertical. So you have 1, -3, you need to add or subtract square root of 5. Therefore, we got 1, -3 plus or minus square root of 5. First of all, we got the center. Then for A, let's go up 3, then go down 3. For B, you go to right 2 and left 2. Now we sketch the graph by connect these 4 points. That will be ellipse. For foci, square root of 5, that means 2 point something. Vertical, that's why label here. This is the foci. This will be the foci. That's it for number 11. For number 12, this is a y squared minus x squared pattern. That's a hyperbola. First step, we got to figure out A, B, C. So square root of 25, that's equal to 5. Square root of 4 equals to 2. You will get the A equals 5 and B equals 2. For hyperbola, minus n, that's the keyword. Therefore, A is a 5 in the minus n position. Then all A, B, C must be followed by arrow. Since A is under y squared, therefore it's a vertical arrow. For B, since it's below x squared, that's a horizontal arrow. C equals square root A squared plus B squared. So we got square root of 29. We know center, this is H, here's K. Therefore, you got -3 and 2. Your vertex, -3, 2. I add or subtract 5. We got -3, 7, and -3, -3. For foci, -3, 2. The arrow for C will follow A. Therefore, we add or subtract square root of 29. So we get -3, 2 plus or minus square root of 29. For asymptote line, you will get slope first, plus or minus, rise over run, therefore it's 5/2. Then the pattern for asymptote line will be y minus k equals m and x minus h. Therefore, y minus k, we got the y minus 2 equals plus or minus. Slope is 5/2. Then you get the x plus 3. That's the asymptote line. Now we can sketch the graph. Get the center, -3, 2. It's here. For A, I go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's here. Then go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then for B, left 2, right 2. Then we will form a rectangle box. Then draw the diagonal line. That will be the asymptote line. When you draw the graph for hyperbola, make sure you have a vertex. Since we have y squared minus x squared pattern, that's a vertical hyperbola. So this will be the vertices. So we sketch the graph like this. For the foci, square root of 29, that will be less than 6, greater than 5. It's over here and over here. That's F, foci. That's all for number 12. For number 13, this will be ellipse. According to this flow chart, they have the same sign for x squared and y squared, but not exactly same coefficient. Then we got to change it into standard form by completing square. First of all, we put all x together and all y together. Then put all constant number the other side, minus 61. Then for x squared and x, I will take 9 outside. I got the x squared plus 54 divided by 9, that's 6x. You need to add b over 2 squared will be 3 squared. Then for y part, I add y squared minus 8y plus b over 2 squared will be negative 4 squared. Then equals negative 61. Since you add b over 2 squared over here, don't forget this factor. You have to add it to the right side. So 9 times 3 squared. Then add, here's a negative 4 squared. We don't have any factor before that. So we do completing square. We got the 9x plus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared. We work this out. You will get 36. Then you divide it by 36. Because this is ellipse, we need equal to 1 on the right side. Therefore, reduce, you got the 4x plus 3 squared over 4, then plus y minus 4 squared over 36. Therefore, center will be negative 3 and 4. This is h, here is k. Then we do square root. You got the 2 square root. We got 6. For ellipse, we have major axis, that's a longer side, that's A, and a shorter side, that's B. Then followed by arrow. This is a vertical, here's a horizontal. Therefore, we can get the C equals A squared minus B squared. That is a square root of 36 minus 4 equals square root of 32. Simplify is 4 square root of 2. Therefore, for the vertices, I have a center negative 3, 4. For the A part, you add minus 6 to the y coordinate because it's a vertical. Then we have negative 3, 4. You plus or minus 2 for this B to the x coordinate. I have negative 3, 4. For the C, always follow A, that's vertical. So we add or subtract 4 square root of 2. Therefore, we can work out the vertices. That's negative 3, 10. Negative 3, negative 2. Negative 5, 4. And negative 1, 4. For foci, you got negative 3, 4 plus or minus 4 square root of 2. Now let's sketch the graph. We got the center that's a negative 3, 4. It's here. Then for B, let's go to right 2, left 2. For A, go up 6. Here, then go down 6. It's here. Then I connect these 4 points to get the ellipse. Let's label foci. Square root of 32, that's less than 6, but greater than 5. Therefore, it's over here. Focus. That's all for 13. Now let's go to 14. This is the parabola. We got the A that equals -1/3. So P equals 1/4A. That's the absolute value. Therefore, you will get 1/4 times -1/3. You will get absolute value 1/. That's 4/3. Then we flip this 3 to the top. For absolute value, always get the positive. You get the 3/4. That's basically 0.75. This is a parabola. Vertex HK. K is a linear, so we get the 4, 1. For x equals, then A is less than 0, means graph will be like this. This will be directrix. Here's a F. This part is a vertex. We know from focus to this vertex, that's P. From vertex to this directrix, the distance will be P. Therefore, from 4, 1 vertex, we move to the left 0.75, you will get the focus. That will be 3.25 and 1. From vertex, you move to the right 0.75 units, you will get the directrix. So we write down the focus, that 3.25, 1. For directrix will be x equals 4.75. Now let's sketch the graph. Vertex, that's 4, 1. It's here. Then we move to the right 0.75. That will be the directrix. Move to the left 0.25. It's here. That will be focus. Then from focus, you go up 2p. 2p will be 1.5. So go up 1.5, it's here. Go down 1.5, it's here. Then you connect. That's the graph look like. Sketch the graph. Don't forget this property. From focus, you draw parallel line. This will be 2p. This part is a 2p. Therefore, from here to here, that is a 2p. Let's go to number 15. We know this is a parabola because we only have a x squared, no y squared. Therefore, first of all, you need to isolate that y on one side. So we got the 16y equals, move everything to the right side. We got the negative 4x squared plus 8x plus 21. Then we take negative 4 outside. We get x squared minus 2x plus 21. So we get negative 4. We got to do completing square. So we add negative 1 squared. Since you add negative 1 squared on the right side, you have to subtract negative 4 times negative 1 squared on the same side, then plus 21. So we do negative 4, here's x minus 1 squared. This part, that's plus 25. Then we get 16y equals this. We're looking for y equals, therefore we divide by 16. You will get the y equals, reduce, we got 1, here's 4, so negative 1 over 4, x minus 1 squared plus 25 over 16. Therefore, for vertex, it will be 1 and 25 over 16. Since a equals negative 1 over 4, so p equals absolute value 1 over 4a. That will be 1. For this graph, it's y equals and also a less than 0. Therefore, it's like this. Directrix will be here, and then this will be the focus. And then from focus, we draw parallel line to this directrix. That will be 2p. Therefore, from vertex, I minus 1 to get focus. That will be 1 and 9 over 16. That's focus. From vertex, then you add 1 to get directrix. That will be 41 over 16. Therefore, y equals 41 over 16. Now let's sketch graph. Find the vertex. That's 1 and 25 over 16. Then I go up 1, go here. That will be directrix. Then go down 1. That's the focus. From focus, I go to right 2, left 2, because 2p equals 2. Then I connect these 3 points. That will be the graph for this parabola.